We're going to have a problem between you and I.
Through my training and experience as a law enforcement officer, I know that cell phones can be altered and modified to be used as tasers or a firearm.
Is a cell phone a deadly weapon?
You have no business here.
I do have business here. Stop acting like a savage. What are you doing?
If a high-ranking officer can look directly into a camera and lie about the law, what is he doing when the cameras are off? Is your liberty worth less than a sergeant's bad mood? What happens to a society when the thin blue line becomes a wall that shields criminals in uniform? How can a cell phone be branded a deadly weapon just to justify a physical assault?
So you're gonna stand here with your cell phone on?
I thought you were busy. I thought you were a busy man.
I am busy.
So you should get to work.
I should get to work. Is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
We're gonna have a problem between you and I.
You don't do interference.
His body camera's on. His body camera's on. Stop.
What would you do if a cop snatched your phone and threatened to arrest you just for filming? This isn't a hypothetical. It's a direct assault on the First Amendment. When an officer uses physical force to stop a camera, they aren't just attacking a person. They are attacking the public's right to hold power accountable. What critical mistake is this officer about to make that could cost the taxpayers millions?
Sir,
Excuse me, sir. You have to get out of the way.
Sir, I know your inclination is wanting to assault me, Sergeant. Stop pushing me. I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get in the building.
You have no business here.
I do have business here. Stop acting like a savage. What are you doing?
The tension reaches a breaking point as the officer moves from verbal intimidation to physical aggression. Notice the posture and the lack of any legal justification for this contact. In the eyes of the law, this is the exact moment an officer loses their qualified immunity. Round 2 begins, and the officer's mask of professionalism has completely shattered. He isn't just asking the citizen to leave anymore. He is using the building itself as a weapon, slamming a heavy door directly into a journalist. This is no longer an investigation. It's a personal vendetta.
So as I was explaining to your other trooper, I'm a journalist, independent journalist working on a story. Okay. And I was gathering content for that story at the Bradley Airport. TSA became concerned about me filming. Okay. A supervisor came over. The first person who was concerned called the supervisor. Supervisor said, you have every right to film. It's not an issue. I know your rights. You know your rights. Continue what you're doing.
You're about to watch a supposedly calm officer turn into a total bully right before your eyes. This is Sean from Long Island Audit, and he was violently assaulted not once but twice by Sergeant Brian Fahey. It's a textbook case of police overreach.
One of your troopers out of Bradley Airport, trooper...
How can I help you today with pistol permits? Can I help you today with pistol permits?
Why would I don't need help with pistol permits. I need help with a civil rights violation, as I just told you, sir.
But you can contact our internal affairs department. It's online, or there's a phone number.
Sean found himself in the crosshairs of a state trooper who thought intimidation could override the Constitution. This wasn't just a heated exchange. It was a chilling clash between state-sanctioned authority and the Bill of Rights. As the tension peaks, you have to ask, does the badge grant a license to ignore the law?
You're a supervisor.
I'm a supervisor in charge of special licensing and firearms. So all these people that are in line, in 529 gun dealers in the state of Connecticut, that's what we're dealing with. There's an outlet for you to make your complaint.
There's a civil rights violation.
But there's an outlet for you to make your complaint, and you can make that. We've given you it.
Why are you guys acting like this? I'm trying to make a serious civil rights...
What? I don't know what you...
If you've ever pulled out your phone to record a public encounter, this video is a mandatory watch. This isn't just about one man and his camera. It's a litmus test for American liberty. Can the police silence you simply because they find your presence annoying? Spoiler alert, the law says absolutely not.
I can't help you with your complaint today. You have your outlet. You can call IA, I can get you the number, or you can go online and make
This is the headquarters. Can't somebody just come down here and speak to me from internal
our
affairs?
internal affairs division is not here.
Where is it, so I can go there?
It's in Middleton. It's in Meriden, I'm sorry. At North Colony Road.
It's in Meriden?
Building number 11, I believe, yeah.
It was a typical afternoon outside the Troop G State Police Barracks in Bridgeport, Connecticut. But for Sergeant Fahey, the Constitution seemed like a mere suggestion rather than the supreme law of the land. He attempted to stifle a citizen's voice, and shockingly, internal affairs cleared him, twice. How does a system defend the indefensible?
Meriden,
Yep.
can you get me that address?
Sure. 294 North Colony Road.
294 North Colony Road.
Yep. And you can
Building,
contact-
building what again?
I think it's building 11. I'm not sure exactly. You're going to go, when you come into the complex, the forensic laboratory is going to be on your left. You're going to take a right. There's an island. It's the last building on the right.
Sergeant Fahey's initial conduct was a masterclass in deflection. He refused to provide his full name and brushed off valid concerns about civil rights violations with a smug "just file a complaint." But when the camera didn't stop, Fahey's professional mask finally slipped.
And that's where they're located.
You have your outlet to make your complaint. We give you plenty of outlets to make your complaint.
Yeah.
And we've offered them all to you. You have the paperwork, right, to make your complaint?
Yeah, they just gave me the complaint.
Okay. Yeah, you can go right ahead. Go right ahead, sir.
But this is part of a thing that I'm going to fill this out, but I want to
Fantastic.
speak with somebody who can help me.
Okay, well,
Fahey kept pushing Sean toward internal affairs, ignoring the fact that as a public building, Sean had every right to be there regardless of his intent. The sergeant's frustration was visible, proving that to some officers, a citizen knowing their rights is seen as an act of war.
then you can call IA, or you can go there, and if they have time to speak to you, they'll speak to you. But you have your outlet. You can go online and you can get the phone numbers.
Yeah.
You've given. We want to entertain your complaint through the proper channels. You want to make a complaint?
Yeah, which is through internal affairs.
Yep,
It's the
so
proper
you've been
channels.
given that. Yep.
I will go speak to them
All right,
personally.
have a great day.
You too.
Nice talking to you.
After repeatedly demanding Sean leave and claiming he was too busy for this, Fahey decided to force the issue. This is where the situation spirals. The sergeant loses all professional composure and reverts to textbook police bullying.
You as well.
I'll be right with you guys.
You're all set here?
Excuse me?
Are you all set here?
Well, yeah, there's nothing else obviously you can help me out with at this
Okay,
point.
so you're all set. So you're going to go to IA right now, correct?
Yeah, I'll be
Okay,
there.
all right.
I'm going to be going.
Okay.
I'm going to be going.
In a desperate attempt to justify his aggression, Fahey claimed he felt threatened because cell phones can be modified into tasers or firearms. This isn't just a reach, it's a calculated lie used to manufacture reasonable suspicion out of thin air.
So you're going to stand here with your cell phone on?
I thought you were busy. I thought you were a busy man.
I am busy.
So you should get to work.
I should get to work? Is that what you're telling me?
If you're busy.
We're going to have a problem between you and I.
We're gonna do an interference.
His body camera's on. His body camera's on. Stop.
The body cam footage doesn't lie. It shows Fahey escalating a peaceful interaction into a physical confrontation, grabbing the equipment, and shoving a law-abiding citizen. This is the moment a public servant becomes a public liability.
He has his body camera on.
I don't care.
Step back.
I don't
man.
care.
Step back.
Right?
Step back.
I'm gonna.
This is private property.
I'm
okay?
not doing anything.
You're not
All
going
right,
to
relax.
I will get
videotape
off.
me and
I'll
have
get
an
off of
attitude
it.
with me.
I'll get
But
off
I'm going
of
to
it.
tell you what
Where's your
right
phone?
now,
I'll
dude.
get off of it.
I'm not
Stop.
the one.
All right.
Okay? I gave you the information
trying
you
to make a
needed,
complaint, that's it.
and I gave you your outlet.
This is the definition of coercion under color of law. Threatening to detain or assault someone for exercising a protected right is a textbook Fourth Amendment violation. Was Fahey truly scared of a phone, or was he just having a bad day and looking for a target?
Right? You were
going.
giving your outlet.
I said I
no,
was
you wanted to
going.
stand there and hold your cell phone in my face
I
is
wasn't
what
in
you
your
wanted
face.
to do. Yes,
I
you
wasn't
do.
in your
Take your
face.
cell phone and go and make your complaint, okay?
Okay. Can I grab my
No,
cell
you stay
phone?
right here.
I'll get it for you. I'll get it for you.
All right. Where's your car at? Where's your car at?
Man?
Where's your car at?
I'm gonna go, man. I'm going.
This scene is a grim display of the herd mentality in policing. Instead of de-escalating their supervisor, other officers joined in the intimidation.
Going.
All right, no, but where's your car
Why
at?
didn't you know where my car's at? You were about to arrest me, man, for real?
I had
Is your
to
body
detain
camera
you.
on?
Yeah, my body camera is on, buddy. I'm Trooper Costello, 1139.
Costello?
Yep.
Wow.
Listen, with the
You
situation
were
that
gonna
you're
arrest me for real?
we're going to detain you over what the situation was going on, man. You're being...
Conversation's over. Go ahead. Thank you.
One officer emerged from the building, waving his hands and barking orders to leave right now, threatening severe consequences for a man doing nothing but standing on public tile.
It's Sergeant Brian Fahey in the flesh. There he is, look at him. In the flesh. He's here.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
You already told me you didn't have anything here.
Oh yeah, I just gotta do some FOIA requests and things
Some
of that
what?
nature. A FOIA request?
Knowing he was within his legal bounds, Sean returned to finish what he started. He wanted to make a point. This is America. You cannot bully citizens who know their rights. But Sergeant Fahey was ready for round two. this time using the building itself as a weapon by slamming the door on him.
For your body camera footage and Sergeant Brian Fahey's disciplinary records.
You can have it. Send it in writing.
Yeah.
Who's the guy behind you that you
I have to conduct business here, Sergeant.
Sir, what can we do for you? Come on.
Oh, you're the sergeant of pistol permits, aren't you?
Sean demanded transparency. He asked for Fahey's disciplinary records and the body cam footage from the previous assault. These are not requests, they are rights. However, the staff inside seemed paralyzed by Fahey's presence, refusing to even let Sean enter the public lobby.
Come on.
Go ahead, come on in, sir.
Sir,
Excuse me, sir. You have to get out of the way.
Sir, I know your inclination is wanting to assault me, Sergeant. Stop pushing me. I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to get in the building.
In the building. You have no business here.
I do have business here. Stop acting like a savage. What are you doing?
Before I arrest you.
Then came the breaking point. Fahey, completely abandoning any semblance of professional conduct, snapped again. He physically confronted Sean, smashed the door against him, and attempted to snatch the camera. This is a blatant violation of civil rights caught in high definition.
Back up before I arrest you. Back
Our
up.
body camera's on.
That's fine. Get
You
away
like
from
to
the
do
door.
things in
You
front of
don't need
people's
to
body
block the
cameras.
door. Don't block the door.
No one's scared of you, Sergeant.
I didn't say you were. Don't
I'm not
block the
scared of
door.
you.
Don't block
I'm not
the door.
scared of you.
Don't
Sir.
block
I'm not
the
scared of
door.
you.
Just
Don't
back up.
block the door. Don't block
You know-
the door.
Yeah, I'm not scared of you.
Don't block the
Do
door.
what you gotta do.
The threats were crystal clear. Do not block the door, followed by more intimidation. A man with this level of volatility and disregard for the law shouldn't be wearing a badge. If he doesn't care about the rights he swore to protect, why is he still on the payroll?
Don't block the door.
Do what you gotta do, because I'm not scared of you, Sergeant. I'm allowed to come into this building.
Correct. Thank you.
Why are you so mad, Sergeant?
I'm not mad. I hope you have a great day.
Oh, yeah, after you assaulted me, right?
I didn't assault you.
Yes, you did. You did it last time. You did it again. Because you're scared. You wouldn't do it without a uniform.
Because I'm what?
You're scared.
Oh,
you
yeah.
wouldn't do it without that gun on your hip and that badge.
You wouldn't do it without that
You
phone?
wouldn't do it. Let's take them all off, right?
Despite the clear evidence, the state attorney claimed there was no criminality. How? Under the First Amendment, filming police is protected speech. The courts have ruled on this time and again. Since when did the personal feelings of a sergeant override the Constitution of the United States?
You just watched a man assault me and grab my camera, interfering with a constitutionally protected activity. You're a law enforcement officer, took an oath to uphold the Constitution. Are you going to do anything about that?
I saw you get in his face as well, so I did see.
So
both
you
sides.
saw me
And
get-
You saw it on body camera.
Yeah, the body camera. We'll get the body camera. That's for sure.
You can see that you.
But you were
physically
there.
Stopped him trying to get you from entering.
Even when Sean reported the assault, the shoving, and the attempted theft of his camera to the officer on duty, the blue wall of silence held firm. Security footage caught every angle of the abuse, yet the department chose to protect the aggressor rather than the victim.
Did he put his hands on me or
Legal
not?
did not tell us that you had anything.
Did he
to do
put his
until
hands on
they
me or
came
not?
After, and then they let you in.
Ma'am, did he put his hands on me or not?
Once I saw you do what you did,
What did I do?
when you physically tried to stop him open the door.
I tried to come inside the building because I'm allowed to. Just like I'm
Not
inside the
without
building
your
right now.
appointment.
I'm inside the
Legal
building.
is talking to you because they requested you to come
So-
in. If you didn't have an appointment,
I
you
just
were
want to
not
know.
allowed
Listen,
in
I'm
the
going to be on
building.
my way. I'm going to be on my way. The
As a
damage is.
trooper
I was
with
already
the front
assaulted.
desk.
Did you watch him assault me? Are you going to do anything about it?
You
Yes
can
or
see
no?
that-
Let's establish the legal facts. Cops do not have the right to physically assault you for filming. They do not have the right to confiscate property without a warrant or access to public space. Fahey broke all these rules, and yet the internal system acted as his personal defense team.
So
I'm just assaulted on camera in broad daylight for the second time. This is the same individual who assaulted me the first time and broke my camera the first time. I came here for records, and I was just assaulted again. How is this lawful, or how is this a good look for anyone here? This shouldn't happen. This is unacceptable. I didn't do anything. I want to speak to him. Yes.
This federal lawsuit isn't just about Sean, it's about a precedent. If the court rules in his favor, it sends a message that badges don't grant immunity from the law. If they can do this to a high-profile journalist with a camera, imagine what they do to citizens when no one is watching.
At one point, he told me I should go back to work. As I put he put the camera closer to my face, I didn't see that, did you? I told him that he and I were going to have a problem. Then I reached up to move his hand away. Through my training and experience as a law enforcement officer, I know that cell phones can be altered and modified to be used as tasers or a firearm.
After years of systemic delays, justice is finally knocking on the door. On April 25, 2025, Sergeant Fahey will be forced to answer under oath in a federal deposition. There will be no internal affairs officers to shield him this time, just the facts and the law.
Sergeant Brian Fahey of the Connecticut State Police Department agitated himself. He assaulted me. I can't control another man's action.
The questions in that deposition will be devastating. Why did you lie about cell phones being weapons? Do you acknowledge that filming is a constitutional right? This case isn't just moving forward, it's tearing down the veil of qualified immunity.